Hey, I'm Dean and this is Legacy Voyage. In Season 1, I'm documenting my journey to earning my first 100K net worth as a full-time college student. Join me as I share some of the lessons I learned along the way.
Even when you're playing a game, chess or board game, it's always more beneficial to think ahead. You're always trying to think of the next move, trying to think 5, 10 moves into the future. So that way you can predict what the opponent's going to do. You can try to play off of them. You can try to solve whatever problems that you're going to come up with. And those are the types of things that I love, especially about games like chess, where I can actually try to think ahead so many moves and predict what the other person is going to do and then try to solve that. And for a long time, that's what I did with my business. It's exactly what I did. Came in with the same mindset because I didn't know any different. I would listen to podcasts, I would listen to videos, I would go through courses, and that's what I do. I would try to think ahead. Okay, if I start this business, what's the growth going to look like? How can I start hiring new people? How can I fulfill on the promise? How can I make an amazing offer? I would just think 5, 10, 20 steps ahead when I didn't even start at all. But the thing that is so deadly about this is that it feels like I know what I'm doing. It feels like I know how to start a business. It feels like I know how to do marketing, how to do sales. When in reality, I didn't even know where to. And the toughest part was that it felt like I knew what I was doing. It felt like I'm a master at this stuff. When I didn't even apply any of the things that I thought I learned. And the thing that woke me up was this video that I saw, and the person was talking about how there's really 4 phases of entrepreneurship. Me, I'm starting off. I mean, I don't know much at all. And she's talking about the first phase is being a entrepreneur. Entrepreneur is someone who comes up with all the ideas, who wants to go out and build a business, who wants to go and do this and that. And they're taking in all this information. They're taking in all the content, all the education in the world, all the knowledge. But the thing there is that the entrepreneur doesn't use any of it. They don't apply any of it because they usually look at all the problems that might come up in the future. They usually try to think the next step, 5, 10, 20 steps ahead when they haven't even taken a single step forward. And what it leads to is paralysis by analysis, where I'm trying to analyze everything. I'm trying to think a bunch of moves ahead of where I am. And I try to solve problems that haven't even come up yet. Like one great example is when I'm thinking of starting a software, right? And with the software, I'm trying to build it out. And then the thing that I was trying to solve was how do I scale this? Scalable so that it can apply to any business and I can just put it into any assisted living disease and it would go and run on its own. You know, should figure out when I hit my very first case. I don't even know if this is going to work at all. I'm thinking 20 moves ahead. I'm thinking years into the future, but I'm not even going to get to that point if I don't even take the step forward. So that's what I've realized is that it's just I just start doing things, man. And I think that's a part of the reason why I'm doing daily podcasts. So I can really start focusing on actions, on doing things. At the conference, I remember meeting some entrepreneurs. They were doing a teach sort, and it was basically like a internal operation software, which was for assisted living, senior living facilities. Talking about this new idea, this new framework that called the lean startup method. And I've heard about this thing before. I didn't really dive into it much. I heard the phrase. I had no idea what it actually meant. So I was listening to a podcast from the dude who wrote it, watched a couple summaries. So I got the basic gist of things. And one of the things in the books that it talks about is having an MVP. I've heard this acronym so many times before. I knew what it meant. I didn't really know though. It was just something that I kind of generally had a vague idea of it, but I didn't really know what it is. I probably still don't, but I have a better idea than from what I did before. So here's what MVP is. It's a minimum viable product. And it basically just means get the thing out there that's going to do the bare minimum of what you want it to do. And the whole idea is don't look 10 years into the future. Just look at the very next thing you need to do to get this thing out there and start testing it and start iterating over and over and over to constantly keep improving it and then pivot if you ever need to. And this whole basic idea comes down to the model that I've kind of just started saying to myself, the model that I'm kind of living by right now, and that's fail forward. Because that's all an MVP is. It's just another step forward. And if it fails, then it fails, and you go forward. And you keep doing that over and over and over. Because eventually you're gonna hit something. And the only way you truly fail is when you fail backward and stop. And that's the thing, you can fail backward and you can just keep failing more and more. So really the only time you actually fail is when you stop. But yeah, that's interesting. The MVP, that has just been my favorite word. I mean, like thinking through all my projects, all my ideas that I'm coming up with, I'm really just of the mindset MVP fail forward. MVP fail forward. Just fail forward. That's all I need to do. But yeah, that's the episode. Or that's the lesson for this episode. With the life update, there's really there's really the main reason why I decided to record right now. And that's because I have a meeting with William tomorrow. And depending how that meeting goes, it's gonna pivot on where I'm gonna spend my time and energy on for these next couple months to get that 10K that I gotta get for the summer. So basically, William is he's the big guy with residential assisted living with RCFEs. He's the one who runs the association. He has the mastermind. He organized the whole group, ran a huge event. So when you do something in the space, I should probably talk with him. So I'm meeting with him tomorrow. So we'll talk with him. I mean, if nothing works out, there's this idea that I'm having for, I'm calling it affiliate arbitrage, which is, it's just, I think it's a really good idea. I'm not sure if it's being done right now or if it's even a thing because I've never heard of it, never came across it. But it's basically the same idea that I had to apply to the assisted living business. But the only thing is that it's illegal, so I can't. But it was so mind blowing that I think I can apply it to other businesses like concrete contracting and home service businesses. I'll talk about affiliate arbitrage. I might change the name. That's what I'm calling it. That's future episode for sure. But that's the update, man. Once I hit my next episode, I should be talking about how the meeting went, where I'm going to go from there, seeing how things play out. And I guess one extra thing that I was thinking about today was I really I had to learn leadership skills for sure. I think the way I do that is I go to school and recruit some geniuses who want to do big things. And that's all I'm going to do. I'm going to go out there, hop on the Zoom meeting where all the startups people, they all pitch their product, why people should join them. I'm going to just go on there and talk about if you want to do something big, come and let's work together. If you're that student who was debating dropping out of college to go start a business, come and let's work together. If you're the type of person who will stay up working on a project that you're devoted to, that you want to go out there and keep doing it, and you want to be surrounded by other people who will motivate you to go forward and work with you on this thing that you're passionate about, come work with us and let's make something big. That's going to be like my whole pitch, I think, to find the hidden gems, find the people who want to do things. Yeah, but that's the idea. I was kind of getting a little passionate there. Hopefully this one recorded. The last episode I recorded, found out I didn't record. It's okay. I'll see you in the next one. Hopefully things go well. If they don't, I'll just have to fail forward. See you in the next one.